back in the old.
Here we have Tim Baxter, who started the Gretsch Pages when?
1995, I believe.
Tell us how that came
Was
about.
there an internet back then?
Yeah, there was an internet back then, and there was much less porn, but still a lot. Basically, I liked Gretsch, and nobody else was doing much of anything. You know, there were a few little pages here and there, but nobody was really doing anything in depth. So I figured, why not me? You know, I was much younger and didn't know any better. So I started it, and at the time it was just like, you know, the typical My Cat Fluffy sort of page, and there was a Gretsch page, and eventually all the other pages were no longer interesting, and the Gretsch part was. So that's where the name comes from. The Gretsch, it was the Gretsch page.
So it was part of a family site where you had other stuff?
Yeah, I had like a Russ Meyer page, and
Nice.
Bond. I had a Bond page, and just whatever was interesting to me at the time. And but you know, all that other stuff, somebody else was covering it much better than I was. So, but the Gretsch stuff, I was just kind of alone out there at the time. So I kept it and tossed the rest, and that's where the name came from. And honestly, if I was doing it all over now, there's several names that I would pick other than the Gretsch pages, but it just kind of, that's how it grew. It was the Gretsch page, and then it became the Gretsch pages when there was more to it.
Yeah, what would you pick for a name?
I don't know, I kind of like G brand.
Yeah.
You know, the G brand, because it kind of works on two levels and it makes sense. And kind of like, was it 60 West Brooklyn?
Yeah.
The home of Gretsch.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The
nice.
home of Gretsch. How
So-
many members are there now?
Beats me, and it's hard to tell because people come and go. And then, you know, I mean, I can look at a member list, and there's like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20,000 people in there. But some of them are spammers, some are people who've wandered off to do other things. So, and then there's a lot of people who just show up and lurk. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, because like there's a core group on the site of, you know, a few hundred people who are super active, and we all know everybody else's name and everything. And then there's other people who post from time to time, but yet the monthly traffic is like 125,000 people. So I don't know 125,000 people.
Your closest friend.
Yeah, you know, there's somebody, they're showing up, but
And are those unique IPs?
yeah,
Wow. And growing?
slowly,
Yeah.
slowly, not like I'd like, but
Did you anticipate what this would grow into?
oh God, no. You know, I was just a dumb kid going, I'll put up a web page.
Do we have questions from the folks at home? We got one in the room here.
Bowser. It's Bowser way in the back. I noticed in the beginning, whenever you go to the main home page, you usually have a Gretsch up there with some information. But I've always go back into your database. It looks like you haven't really updated or added more guitars, different guitars.
I know, and I have actually really cool plans on that front that I would love to roll out as soon as I can take care of technical problems.
Yeah.
I've filled Tim in on it, and I kind of want to keep it mostly under my hat because well, I don't want to get my hopes up while I deal with technical problems. But
Does it have anything to do with the massive spreadsheeting we did of all the models? Yeah.
yeah, I have a plan in my head that would basically create a monster massive database of not just every Gretsch model, but hopefully most every Gretsch guitar in existence.
I mean, by serial number?
Yeah.
Okay,
Would that
so
be
a
like
registry as well as a
Uh-huh.
product list.
Would that also be like kind of like a registry that we usually see, like, you know, like a power tending registry that members posted up and people say, yeah, I've got one.
Yep. Yeah, that's the gist of the basic idea. And I think it'll be really super awesome. And I honestly don't think it would be that hard to do, but I need a good, strong, stable site first.
Yeah.
So that's priority one.
What do we have from the field, Dave?
More comments than questions, but let me see.
Is anybody saying I look like a jackass yet?
No, they said that what's with all the jack weeds.
I don't know who that is.
No, that wasn't. But it was El Bandito. And then you see somebody didn't know that you wore sneakers.
You know, I rarely do.
They really.
I very rarely wear sneakers.
Someone says that Jeffo is now locked in the closet.
Good.
Oh, he's always been in the closet.
So you went back in.
He said the audio is a little low, so I don't know if you guys need to mic up or So let's.
Damn it, you get that thing in my face, I can't mumble
Talk like
properly.
this.
You're in broadcast.
You get one too, okay? Sorry.
Makeup!
Put it where you want it.
Does my hair look okay?
Does my hair look existent?
But we do have a question, from my Bushido photo, I'm sorry I forgot that wrong. Bax, what's your single favorite all-time thread ever on the GDP? Births, new guitars, new celebs?
I honestly don't know.
Well, I know one. But
I have a pretty good idea of a few that I wish had never existed.
Recently.
But, well, I have a few, I have like a top 5 list for those, but all-time favorite. You know, the first one that comes to mind was right after the first roundup when we got the news that Zuma had passed. And there was a thread after that, and then just the outpouring for him was just blew me away. You know, and he really was a member of the family, and he's still missed terribly. But just, it really showed the community and how much we, you know, people that may have never even met one another, you know, it's all internet stuff, and how much they truly mean to one another. So that's probably the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, no.
Bear's got a question.
Yeah, well, actually, I made a comment last night while we were sitting at dinner, and I was saying that I don't think any other internet forum anywhere does the things we do and gets together as almost like a family reunion. I think we're very unique in that respect.
Amen.
There's probably one out there somewhere for like Pomeranian lovers or something, but it's definitely unusual and really special. It's, you know, it's a lot more than just a website.
In most states, that's not legal.
Yeah, exactly. They have a hard time finding a convention center.
Angel, do you want to appear on camera?
Get over here, Andrew.
Mrs. Baxter.
Come on, you're way better
Get over
than
there.
I am.
way better.
And they're commenting that Zuma is in our hearts too.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Well, hello.
You haven't had enough vodka yet, have you?
More moonshine.
It's the party girl.
My honey.
How's it going, Super?
Fine. Okay.
I call him my Super.
Really?
Yes.
I have to say,
Because he's super at everything.
the funniest thing about Angel was 2 years ago when Bax was presented a guitar by Joe Carducci and Fred Gretsch.
And that was awesome.
Bax was blown away, and you know, he was probably a little bit weepy, although none of us believe in emotion. And this is better, Dave.
Yeah, I was gonna jack it up real quick. Yeah.
And after all the applause died down and Bax caught his breath and kind of got conscious again, we heard Angel say, "Tim, I didn't know you were that cool."
That is cool.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Sound is better. Thanks for putting it on.
Robert thanks Mrs. Baxter for putting up with all of us on the GDP. Do you read
It's
it?
my
Do you
family.
read?
I do. I
you?
actually created a login. I'm Gretchen. I'm actually
Okay.
Gretchen 1 because somebody snagged up my Gretchen
Yeah,
while
but-
I let it expire.
This is a sad story because Angel was Gretchen going way back, you know, 8-10 years ago. And somewhere along the way, her login as Gretchen got lost, and somebody else became Gretchen, and so now she's Gretchen 1.
Can't you kick the other person out?
Well, I could, but that would be wrong.
I'm just going to hunt him down personally.
Is that a
Hill was
promise?
probably Johnny anyway.
So what was your favorite thread ever?
I don't know. Tim always tells me the good stories because I don't get on as much as maybe I should.
She gets the highlight reel.
I get the highlight
And the
reel.
low light reel.
Quite.
There have been some epic doozies.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know,
It is what it is.
you know, and that comes and goes, and sometimes there's just, you know, the people who've been around a long time have seen it. You know, like, Josh, you've been on there. How long have you been on there now?
Since about 98.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
You know, so you've seen it where sometimes there's just like something in the water and everybody goes ape shit, and
Yeah.
it's really a toxic place. And then it just clears up and everything's good again for years. And so, you know, whenever it happens, everyone's like, this place is going to hell. It's like, no, it'll be fine again. You just gotta take out the trash and clean up the mess, and it will be all right. And we will. But boy, when you're in one of those periods where everybody's going nuts,
Yeah.
it's unpleasant.
Well, I think from some of the last few that have cropped up, that I think a lot of the regulars, like, you know, if we just ignore these stirrers of the poo, then...
Poo flingers.
But, you know, like the one they were beating up on Chris, or Wenzel for his photo aspirations of shooting Keanu, you know.
Yeah, that
He got sucked into that by some idiot. Who
that was total just crazy in the air, because, you know,
Yeah.
Chris has been on the site a long time.
He's a great guy.
A great guy. Everybody knows Chris, and they know he's a great guy. So that one was a great example of there's just crazy in the air, and it's time to clean up the mess and move on. And actually, though, you know, we talk about the recent, but but really, if you think about it, that crazy ugliness was, you know, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, and now it's calmed down again.
Yep.
Well, and again, I think a lot of the local, like Barrett or whatever, say, you know, if we just ignore this stuff, and so we're kind of maybe self-policing ourselves.
Yeah, it is very
I
self-policing.
try to stay out of the negative stuff, and I don't have time for it.
Yeah, I know.
I think if we all put gold piping on our cases, we'd be fine.
Bear says everybody needs to put gold piping on their cases. And then the world will be a happy place, and unicorns will slide down rainbows.
All the poo flingers are here, that's why they're not on the internet right now.
See if there's other questions. Well, Chris happens to be watching.
Come on in, Joe.
Joe!
Joe Carducci.
We need to get Joe up here.
Not yet.
He's way more outgoing
Give
and
up a seat to
entertaining
Joe.
than I am.
Carducci.
You want to say a few words, Joe?
Yeah, you might as well, Joe.
Yeah, you should, Joe.
Don't put him on the spot. Let him drink his beer and
No, I didn't want to be there.
Joe's a much better speaker than I am, so, you know, so he can kind of carry me now.
Yeah.
Where's Blackwell?
Just had his 21st birthday.
And I'll tell you what, for those of you who have never had the opportunity to hear Joe play, you are missing out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're missing out. The guy can wrangle a guitar.
We can make him play right here and now.
Yes.
Don't do that.
No, you won't bless. Anybody got questions for Joe? We're asking online. So
Oh, okay.
Nobody had any questions for me.
Hermit says hello and happy birthday.
Thank you.
El Bondito says happy birthday.
Bondito, thank you.
So what did Chris have to say?
He just said sorry for the dust ups. Oh, shit. Gary Hoover says we need a pro-line baritone.
A pro-line baritone, it's on my to-do list.
Is it? Anything else on the to-do list you can talk about?
I cannot. 'Cause our competitors would love to know that information.
I happen to know that Joe has a kick-ass to-do list, and he has sworn me to secrecy, and so I will respect that, but yeah, it's pretty badass.
Great things are happening over the next 3 years.
Bushido Photo
3
wants,
years later.
wants to know when the Electromatics are going to have the headstock logos look more vintage correct.
Vintage correct electromatic.
According
What would that mean?
Lightning bolts?
Yeah, according to what vintage.
Right.
So they, you know, they varied over the years. And
Well, wait a minute, there wasn't, I mean, the vintage speaking, electromatic was an amp.
Well, there were Electromatic guitars.
They were like,
Yeah.
guitars had
Yeah.
a lightning bolt thing on it.
Some of them. Insync.
Yeah, some of them.
Syncromatic.
Well, Electromatic too, I got Electromatic.
Okay, yeah, there were, you're right, I'm sorry. Space, too much beer,
All
whatever.
good.
It's the internet.
Alright, but yeah, there is no real particular vintage electromatic or
It just-
syncromatic,
It
so,
evolved
yeah.
over the years.
and changed all the time, all
There
the
was
time.
lots of change.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.